Hello everyone, you're welcome to this channel, and in this particular one I want to explain what Hamster Combat said. That's the first thing I want to be doing, to explain what Hamster Combat said in regards to the news that has been flying around concerning banning of people or blocking the accounts of people using key generator services. And the second thing I would like to say in this particular video also is what you should do. Should you continue using the key generator service or services as the case may be? And the third thing I would like to do is to actually give you some tips if you really want to keep using them. And I will just be bringing brighter understanding on this whole issue or matter. But then remember, if you have not subscribed to this channel and you're watching right now, make sure you like this video you're watching and also subscribe to this channel. You don't want to be missing any update that will drop on this great channel, so you need to be subscribed, right? Now, I will jump to exactly what you have on paragraph 2 and then use that to explain what I need to show you guys. Now, they said, we want to clarify that keys, please take note of the use of words there. That's actually the main reason why I'm doing this video, because there is so much news flying around that Hamster Combat is banning people, blocking people. We block people. They are not going to block people. That's the truth based on what they said. But then if it is based on what they are not saying, that may be another thing. But based on what they said on this post, if anybody is reading this post and said, I'm talking about, said they will ban people, but they don't pay attention to details. Now here is what they said. They said, we want to clarify that keys will impart the size. Please take note of that. The size of the airdrop. That's the number of keys you have will impart or will determine the quantity of the tokens you will receive when they are ready for distribution. That's what they simply meant by that. They said, but are not required to participate. You can see that statement is quite clear. Keys will determine the size of airdrop you'll be receiving, but they are not going to be determining whether you participate in Hamster Combat airdrop or not, which means there is nothing like banning people. That's the first thing you need to take note of from what they are saying here. The only thing that will happen is that they can now decide to make a greater quantity of their airdrop based on the keys. That's what they can decide to do. But to say blocking of account or banning of account, that is zero. It's not going to happen. Or not on Hamster Combat. Following what they said. Probably if it is following what they have not said, you should know that any other thing can happen. But following exactly what they said right here, the keys are only important to determine the quantity of tokens you will be receiving, not necessarily that they will ban you for using the keys. So that particular question has been answered. Will they block your account? No. But that will determine the quantity of tokens you will receive when they are ready for distribution. And before these keys, the whole of this key generator of a king came up. If you have been on our channel, on our groups, you will notice that I made a statement. I said, very soon, the same way we have Hamster Combat combo cards everywhere flying around, that's the same way we're going to be having the keys everywhere. And that didn't actually even take more than 2 days before we started seeing key generator services, website, Telegram bots bringing key generator services, or offering keys for free. Now, I will also be saying something for those using Telegram key generator services, because I am aware that many people are still using it. Many, in fact, nothing less than 20 to 40% of the people doing Hamster Combat currently are still using it. Nothing more, less than that. In fact, I may be mistaken because it could actually be more, but not less than that. Now, if you're afraid, stop using them completely. Stop using key generator services completely. But then, if you are not afraid and you want to keep using it, this is exactly what I think you should do. Stop using Telegram key generator services. And if you're in any of those channels, just remove yourself or delete them. Or if you have any bot offering key generator services on Telegram, delete them. Now, the reason is this: it is very much easier to track people on Telegram who are using bots of key generator service. It is very much easier. The only one you can't easily track are those on website. Those using probably key generator services on websites, it is difficult to track those ones. In fact, if Hamster Kombat cannot block people with multiple accounts, because there are people with 10 accounts on Hamster Kombat, that's a fact that you must know. If Hamster Kombat cannot block them, it is not you using key generator services that they will block. That's a fact you must note. Another thing you need to take note of is this: most of these key generator services are actually generating keys directly from Hamster server. So which means even Hamster Kombat themselves need a bot to generate key for you. I've logged into the bike app before. That's the bike racing. That's a racing game. And even before playing the game, I received key. They are also making use of a bot to generate key for you. Now, many, I'm not saying all, right? So don't get me wrong or don't quote me otherwise. Many of these key generator services are generating keys directly from Hamster server. And Hamster Kombat themselves, they need a bot or a robot to share or to generate key for people. They are very unique keys, and one person cannot even use one key twice, not to talk of two people using the same key. So these are unique keys, and since the keys are being generated from the same server, how exactly can you easily say you are going to track people who are using key generator services? Remember I said earlier that it is much easier to track those on Telegram, but those on website, it is literally almost impossible to track them. Almost impossible. I'm not saying it's not possible. It is just more difficult. It is possible, but then it's more difficult. And if Hamster Kombat hasn't solved the problem of people using 10 accounts, it is 100% not possible that they will have the time to start scrutinizing over 200 million people. Here is what I'm suggesting if you're using key generator service on website. Make sure you don't generate keys every day. That is one. And secondly, if you still want to continue, remember I said if you're afraid, stop using them. But then if you still want to continue using them, just ensure that you're careful enough not to generate keys every day. And secondly, don't always generate all the whole keys in a day. Don't. Some days you can generate few of them, and other days you can generate some of them. And here is what I noticed on Hamster Kombat. Even people that have 1 million referrals now, the highest, based on their peg, because I noticed they peg each and every requirement, airdrop requirement, into categories. For instance, for referrals, the maximum is 100 based on what they pegged. So which means even if you have 1 million referrals, what you need out of the 1 million referrals is just 100 that they pegged it at. So which means, for instance, if they are giving me 20 tokens for, it's just like saying levels. People who have 100 referrals will still be seen as those with 1 million referrals. That's what I'm trying to say now. Because they've pegged the referral limit to 100, irrespective of what they have. And whatever token they are given to people with 100 referrals, that's the same quantity they'll be given to people with million referrals. And this is exactly what you need to take note of. Even for the keys as well, there will be a particular peg for it that those who have so number of keys, here's exactly what will be given you. Alright, but don't make use of the keys every day. Now, in this particular video, we've been able to clarify the fact that they said by themselves, except if they are going to come and change it tomorrow. They've said by themselves that they are not going to be blocking people. The only thing they're going to be doing is to reduce the quantity based on the number of keys you have, and also if they catch you using keys, that is when you will not be getting the quantity of tokens you're meant to get for this. All right. And another thing that I've also said in the whole of this video is this: if you're using key generator services and you are scared, stop using them. Another thing I've said again is that If you still want to continue using them, that's the key generator services, that's especially the website, because I don't even advise using Telegram based key generator service. I don't advise that. And the reason is it's much easier to track. So if you must even use the website key generator service, make sure that you don't use them always, because I notice some days there are some bugs on their app that makes it difficult for their bots to generate keys for you. Yes. So if you're getting 16 keys every day consistently, then it means you're telling them that they are too perfect, which is not true, because while now you see, when you've installed one of the games and you've played it for some time, or you've opened the app, even if you didn't play, you've opened the app for some time, you will notice that the app is not always good every day. Now what that means is that they themselves, they are using the key generator service. They are using a bot to generate keys for you. And that's why most of the time you need to watch adverts, and the adverts are not fixed. Sometimes you can watch 10 adverts before they give you keys, some 5, some even 3, some even without watching any advert, they'll give you key. So you need to take note of what I've said in this video if you don't want to have any issues on Hamster Kombat, right? So if you have more questions, just drop that at the comment section. I'll be attending to them. And if you have any other thing to say, leave them at the comment section below. And yes, the last thing I would like to say before I shut down on this particular video, I've also seen some person saying, by seeing your name, because for instance, if you launch your Telegram platform right now, you look at the name at the top left, your name is there. Now what is there is your name, it's not your username. Anybody can use your name. For instance, I can see your video online and change my name to that, and after changing my name, it will be reflecting right at the top there. Yes, Telegram names are not unique. It is only usernames that are unique. So Hamster Kombat can never, in fact, that's why I said it is very difficult, very, very difficult to track people using key generator services on website. It is, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it is literally almost impossible. Almost, I'm not saying it's not. But if you can't have the time to fish out people with 10 accounts, how do you want to have the time to really pay attention to people generating services, keys from websites? So these are just my few observations. You can decide to do whatever you want to do, is your choice. And these are just as I said, they are just my own views for my own people to see exactly where I stand in the whole of this, and to bring better or clearer understanding on exactly what they have said. Remember to like this video, share with others, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.